want to make this video to acknowledge the Black Lives Matter movement and the movement to defund the police. Also because I think this has a lot to do with what I've been talking about with medical freedom. This police overreach is in the medical office as well. Through my radio show, I have had the unique opportunity to talk to people from so many different walks of life. One person who was really influential and instrumental, I think it was the first guest ever on my show, was Dr. Ronald Myers, who's a Black doctor. He was the founder of an organization called Black Doctors Matter. And he really filled me in on just kind of how the history of racism and slavery fits in with the issues that we're having right now, even in terms of getting proper health care. When you have to live in your own body, you have to deal with the consequences of what happens. So if you're injured by a vaccine, you're the one who has to live with that injury, not the people out there who are making the mandates. So if we did have a provision for medical freedom, if Dr. Benjamin Rush had been heeded when he called for the provision, probably slavery would have ended in this country a lot sooner. I've been talking about defunding the police in a sense for a while because you've got to end the drug war. You can't really talk about defunding the police without talking about ending the drug war. That kind of concerns me because I hear a lot about defunding them, but I don't hear about how to defund them. If you look at Richard Nixon, who really initiated it and brought it out of the alcohol prohibition and into the war on drugs as we know it, his motivations were racism. It has been devastating to all communities, particularly the lower socioeconomic classes, particularly people of color, particularly anyone who might need these medicines and only have recourse to getting them on the streets. I've been saying that our police system is dependent on this war on drugs. They're dependent on it for their revenues because this allows the police to go out and seize properties, to seize cars, to seize very valuable items that in turn come back to be revenue for law enforcement. So when you talk about defunding the police, I mean, are you just talking about that little line on the county or city or state budget? Or are you talking about how police are actually funded, which is not that little line, which is the property seizures, which is the revenues generated by a declared war on the people? You know, I come from a police family and I grew up watching Andy Griffith and Chips, and when I was a little kid I wanted to be a cop. Like, that kind of appealed to me. I liked the idea of stopping bad guys and just kind of being a protector of the community. But as I got older, I saw that cops didn't really have any say in how they enforce the law and what laws they enforce. And I don't want to be a tool of tyranny. And the laws are tyranny. They create an imbalance. The war on drugs makes it concern of police officers of what kind of plants do you have in your home? What is in your medicine cabinet? That is a skewed relationship between the people and the police. It should not exist like that. If the laws were just in the first place and not so invasive, not so tyrannical, then we would have better people attracted to the field of policing. Thank you for watching. Keep up the good fight and end the war on drugs. Thanks. Bye-bye.